لو عندي عمر يكفيني لنشرت تعاليم الدين. لو عندي عمر يكفيني لنشرت تعاليم الدين ما بين القاصي والداني من أقصى المغرب للصين.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما صليت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم. اللهم بارك على محمد وعلى آل محمد كما باركت على إبراهيم وعلى آل إبراهيم في العالمين إنك حميد مجيد. اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما تعلمنا وزدنا علما. سبحانك لا علم لنا إلا ما علمتنا إنك أنت العليم الحكيم. اللهم اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
All thanks and praises are due to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Complete salutations and greetings are upon our beloved and our master of all times, Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. I will say you guys, now I will have to say girls and boys because the boys are all the way at the end of the world. Can you hear me from there? Gentlemen, can you hear me from there? No, you can't because I cannot hear you. Gentlemen, can you hear me from there? Yes. Usually, one gentleman's voice can cover 3 voices from females. Gentlemen, can you hear me from there? Yes. All right. I would say you guys are luckier than I am. Simply because 21 years ago, when maybe only a few of you were kicking and running in their mom's bedrooms, 21 years ago, I left this school when we were almost about to write our final exams in JHS. So you guys are luckier than me because you made it through JHS into this very SHS. Today it is SHS, it used to be SSS. You are luckier than me because after you finish your SHS and proceed to your tertiary level of education, and inshallah, all of you will go beyond where he said I am today. You will not have to struggle and suffer as much as I did just because of the need to master my English language. JSS 3, when I left, we were the most notorious classroom, correct? Yes, we were the most notorious classroom. And for the record, Sheikh Abdel Nasser, Mr. Abdel Nasser used to be our classmate. All right. I am not done. I am not done.
Please, when you talk more, be silent. It's okay. Abba.
handles. All right. I am a teacher for your information. So I'm going to apply my teaching techniques in handling you all. And if you are not cooperating, I will handle you the way I handle my students who do not cooperate. So when you are talking, I will raise my fingers. 1 means get ready to be quiet. 2 means you really have to be quiet. And when you see 3 fingers up, it doesn't mean peace, okay? It means I am wild. Meaning, if you are still talking, I have the right to kick you out of my classroom. This is the reality. Now, they say if you want to be a good leader, you must be a good follower. We live in a country, Ghana, and I'm going to speak the language everyone understands and no one can dispute. We live in one of the most corrupted countries in the world. Ghana is so peaceful, but it is corrupted. We have so much corrupt leaders, and this cannot continue. These leaders will not live forever. They have come, they will go, because others came and left. When they go, it will be your turn. Now is the time for you and me to decide what type of leaders we want to be when we take charge. So, if you want to be a good leader, you must learn to be a good follower. Regardless whether your leaders are good or otherwise. If they are good, they are role models for you all. If they are not good, you have the common sense to differentiate between those who are good among them and learn from them, and those who are not good among them and learn how to distance from them and only learn the good things from them. When I speak to you, my friends, girls and boys, I do not speak to children. If I'm to speak to children, we will have to go down to a playground. They will be running around, and then I will be singing, and then they will be singing with me, and this is how children learn. Didn't you do the same when you were in nurseries? Yes. So, if you want to be a good leader, you must be a good follower. MashaAllah, Shaykhuna, Shaykh Muhammad Tahir, radiallahu anhu, he already said something which I want to disagree. He said, Halayan kunnang, halayan munnang, kamu gana mabaking. Baku ya kusan halayan don desuwa kafara. They were not, we actually started whatever halaya which you guys perhaps are portraying today. So, let us be frank to one another, each other, and decide to better ourselves so that we can be better leaders tomorrow. Are you ready? Yes. You are not. Yes. Are you ready?
Yes.
Yes. When it comes from your heart, you may forget. Your conscious mind may forget, but your subconscious mind will always remember. And that is what will be your source of motivation in the future when you need it most. Are you ready to be good leaders?
Yes.
Gentlemen at the back, are you ready to be good leaders? I can still hear someone say, no. Please. Are you ready to be good leaders? Yes. All right. 2 houses away from this block, 2 houses away, or 3 maybe, away from this block, to our left, to my left, to your right. And 2 houses or 3 houses away from the back, up the hill, upside the hill, I believe if any one of you go out there, you may find some of your own schoolmates ganging, grouping there, doing whatever, I don't know, they may be doing. Right? Right? Yes. This is what they have chosen to do. And you guys, you being here, coming on time, and sitting, listening attentively, is also a choice you guys have made. And there is one thing I will tell you to assure you. Those who are outside there, although they are in the same uniform as you all, and grouping and doing other things, if they continue doing that for the next 10 years, I repeat, if they continue doing that for the next 10 years, and if you, all of you, continue being punctual, being principled, and being attentive in your classes, in your lessons for the next 10 years. Now you are in your SHS 1. How many more years do you need to graduate? 2 more years. So 3 years. After that, inshallah, say Ameen.
Ameen.
You will get a solid admissions to your tertiary levels.
Ameen.
How many years will you need to do that? 4 years. Plus 3 will be 7 years. 7 years, you are already a degree holder, inshallah. And you may need another 3 years to seek wisdom. It becomes 10 years. If they continue doing that outside there for the next 10 years, and if you continue doing what you are doing today for the next 10 years, mark my word, if you are taking notes, please write this down. 10 years down from now, inshallah, you all will have the opportunity to stand in front of an audience like I am doing right now. And it will be recorded just like this one is being recorded. And it will be seen in the social media, on YouTube, on Facebook. And those your friends, they are your friends, they are your colleagues. Those outside there, they will see you and and tell their friends, oh, this guy, I know him. This lady, I know her. We used to be schoolmates. We used to be colleagues. Take note of this. If you continue doing what you are doing, if they continue doing what they are doing, 10 years is all you need. And they will be taking pride. They will be taking credit of knowing you. Because you have succeeded. Because you have emerged as a successful person. At least in dunya. And then when you meet them in the street, most likely you will meet them in the street after 10 years. After you walk past one another and say hi to each other, you will tell your friend, actually this guy, we used to be schoolmates. And he used to be grouping with friends outside the school, and they actually abandoned studies after SHS, maybe 1, 2, or 3 maximum. Do I make sense to you, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes.
Yes. Now, how does this happen? They are outside there because they are with their friends. They may be 5 in number, they may be 6 in number, they may be more, they may be less. You are here because you are with your friends. Most of the time you come to school in pairs or in groups, yes? Yes. And you would like to come to school with your friends, isn't it? This tells us the importance of friendship. Friendship is something in life that you cannot do without. We all need friendship. We all need friends. Of course, when we say we need friends, it means we need the right friends. Friends with whom we are all together on the same chapter. When we are going to the mosque, they will agree to go to the mosque with us. When we reject committing sin, they will agree to reject the same thing as we do. When we forget to do our homework, they will remind us. Friends are not only those when you are in need, you are short of some money, then they will lend you money or they will give you money. Those who smoke, they actually lend one another money. They are also friends, isn't it? Yes. So friendship comes in multi levels. And the level of friendship you have, which has actually motivated you to be here today, while some are outside doing nothing, aimlessly roaming around, is what you need to make sure that you are always mindful of. قال رسول الله قال رسول الله
صلى الله عليه وسلم
لا تصاحب إلا مؤمنا لا تصاحب إلا مؤمنا ولا يأكل طعامك إلا تقي. لا تصاحب إلا مؤمنا, it means do not make friends except with the believer. Do not make friends with someone who has no iman. Rasulullah didn't say do not make friends with someone who is not Muslim. He said, do not make friends with someone who has no iman. Make sure that your friend has iman. Even if he doesn't have iman, you can influence him to develop that iman. Do you understand me? If you don't understand me, you overstand. So which one do you? Understand or overstand? Good. So far, so لا تصاحب إلا مؤمنا ولا يأكل طعامك إلا تقي. Do not allow someone who does not have piety to eat your food. What does that mean? It doesn't mean you shouldn't give food to people in the street, even if they are not Muslims. That's not what it means. It means do not share plate with someone who does not have piety. Because you will only share plate with someone whom you trust, isn't it? You only share plate with someone whom you love. You only share plate with someone who you are really close to, in whom you can confide, tell your stories. And these are the people who we consider as our good friends, isn't it? Yes. So Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam says, لا تصاحب إلا مؤمنا لا تصاحب إلا مؤمنا ولا يأكل طعامك إلا تقي. Taqi means a pious person. If you are able to apply this simple hadith is only 2 lines. 1 sentence, 2 lines. لا تصاحب إلا مؤمنا ولا يأكل طعامك إلا تقي. If you are able to apply this hadith in your life, I can assure you by the will of Allah that you will live in a very safe zone as far as social ill practices are concerned. Talk about sakawa, talk about talk about tramol, which I even don't know the name. During our time it was something lighter, and now it is tramol. You have to find a dictionary to remember that. If you try to practice this hadith, put it into practice, inshallah, you will be safe from anything to do with sakawa. You will be safe from anything to do with tramol. You will be safe from anything to do with boys-girls relationship. the haram relationships, which has emerged to be normal in our societies today, especially in our Muslim community today. If you practice this hadith, inshallah you will be safe from this. During my time, and one thing I forgot to mention when I mentioned that Mr. Abdul Nasser used to be my classmate, Sheikh Adnan is also one of my classmates. We were together in the same class when they caused a lot of good things. Malam. You see, he's smiling, he knows. Okay. What did the hadith say? What did the hadith say? لا تصاحب إلا ولا يأكل طعامك إلا تقي. If you have this, inshallah you will be safe. Now, what does this mean? Can someone tell me what peer pressure is about? Peer pressure? Have you heard the word peer pressure before? Yes. Maybe you have even written essays on it, right? Most of the time we translate peer pressure into getting influenced by your friends to do something wrong, which is not necessarily a correct definition. Peer pressure is when you are influenced by your friend or by your counterparts to do something, whether it is good or bad. So those who are doing good outside, those who are doing bad outside there, they are under peer pressure. We are also under peer pressure. When you get influenced by your friend to come to school, to pay attention, to do the right thing, to finish your homework on time, you are also under peer pressure. And this is the right peer pressure. This is the peer pressure you should be proud of. When someone says you are under peer pressure, you say, yes, I am under the right peer pressure. We should only be ashamed of being under peer pressure if we are influenced to do the wrong thing. So, لا تصاحب إلا مؤمنا ولا يأكل طعامك إلا تقي. Now, for those who are outside, your friends, those of them who are outside, let's put them out of the discussion. Now we are within ourselves only, among us only. You are in the classroom. You are inside the school. Allahu Akbar. You are in the school. Now, while we are in the classroom, most of the time, there will be always some naughty students, some talkative students, some troublemaking students. Yes, and everyone knows himself well. If you continue to do that, it will affect your future. And while others are making noise, making troubles, disturbing others, distracting others, there are some who will always be attentive, be doing something meaningful, be doing something beneficial. If you continue to do that, it will enhance your success in future. These are the things that no one can impose on you. You have to decide on it. Meaning, you are reading your book and someone comes to interrupt, to disturb. You can simply tell the person, I'm sorry, I'm reading a book. If you don't mind, maybe you can talk later after school hours. The other option is you just close your book, put the book aside. Actually, the book is boring, and then come, let's talk aimlessly, let's talk on nonsense. It's going to affect you. So while we are all here, we still have groups. We still have I don't know the terms you guys use to call those gangsterism within the school, or those kind of circles within the school, those circle of friends within the school. Make sure you are in the right circle. Make sure you are in the circle that will make you a better Muslimah or Muslim. In the circle that will make you love what you do. Have passion for what you do. Be positive in whatever you do. Have mission in whatever you do. Make sure you have the right circle. If you don't have the right circle, you will not be outside, you will be inside, but yet still, you come to school late, you sleep in classroom, you don't hand in your work, you don't show interest in your work, and you end up causing troubles and distraction to your teachers and others. Peer pressure, let us uphold the right peer pressure. Let us make sure that we are in the right circle in the school. And 10 years down the road, inshallah, I will attend your lecture. 10 years down the road, there will be a lecture. You will be talking. I will be among the audience listening to you. Myself, Sheikh Adnan, Sheikh Musab, Sheikh Abdul Hafiz, Brother Masoud, and Sheikh Abdul Nasir at the corner there. 10 years down the road, you will be delivering a speech here or anywhere else, and we, inshallah, will be your audience. Ameen? Ameen. But you are responsible for achieving that. You have to work hard, you have to be determined, and you have to pray while you are doing that. I can only answer 2 questions because they are after me. If you have a question, maybe one from the girls and another from the boys, and if I have the answer, I will do my best.
لو عندي عمر يكفيني لنشرت تعاليم الدين. لو عندي عمر يكفيني لنشرت تعاليم الدين ما بين القاصي والداني من أقصى المغرب للصين. لو عندي عمر يكفيني لنشرت تعاليم الدين. لو عندي عمر يكفيني لنشرت تعاليم